My name is Anthony Toda, and I am a lifelong resident of the city of Jamestown, New York State. I want to show you an article that appeared in our local newspaper, the Jamestown Post-Journal, which states, "State to remove I Love New York highway signs after feds threaten to pull 14 million. Now, the reason that the federal government Department of Transportation is threatening to pull the 14 million from New York State is because they have appropriated that money to put in place signs to protect the traveling public in New York State. Examples like yield signs, speeding signs, stop signs, etc. Our corrupt governor, Andrew Cuomo, has instead taken that money and used it to make I Love New York signs and place them all over New York State in direct violation of the federal law, which states that he should use those signs to protect our public. Not only is he violating federal law, he is disregarding the safety of the traveling public in New York State. Also, in a recent article, Governor Andrew Cuomo has stated that he wants to make New York a sanctuary state. He wants to create sites where a heroin addict can go and shoot up heroin. He also advocates assisted suicide in New York State. Now, the reason that Andrew Cuomo wants to make New York State a sanctuary state is politically motivated. First of all, due to our corrupt Governor Andrew Cuomo's high taxes in New York State, he has driven many businesses out of New York State, and he has driven many people out of New York State, decreasing the population. Now, if you're going to run for president of the United States, you need electoral votes. And the less population you have, obviously the less electoral votes you have. So as New York State's population decreases, well, our electoral votes also decrease. So this is a politically motivated scheme by a corrupt Governor Andrew Cuomo to create a sanctuary state to continue to attract people from to New York State, to attract people to New York State from Puerto Rico and also other states to maintain and sustain a population, to maintain the same amount of electoral votes we have. So if Governor Andrew Cuomo carries New York State in a presidential election, he will gain all of those electoral votes. There is also corruption on the local level between our corrupt Governor Andrew Cuomo and our corrupt Mayor Samuel Teresi. And I'm going to give you some examples here of our statements that were made by Samuel Teresi in recent budgets, going back to the 2015 budget. Our Mayor Samuel Teresi said in regards to our local economy in the city of Jamestown, the nation, New York State, and the greater Jamestown region continue to struggle with the fiscal challenges and fallout from the 2008 through 2009 Great Recession. This is the 2016 budget. Even with the continuing modest pace economic recovery, the nation, New York State, and the greater Jamestown region all continue to struggle with the implications from the 2008 and 2009 through 2009 Great Recession. Now we have the 2017 Jamestown budget, in which the mayor states, even with the continuing modest-paced national and state economic recovery, the greater Jamestown region continues to struggle with the implications from the 2008 through 2010 now Great Recession. He's added a year to that to justify his inaction in regards to helping the city of Jamestown economically. And this is our most recent budget, the 2018 budget, in which the mayor states, even with a continuing modest-paced national and state economic recovery, the greater Jamestown region continues to struggle with the effects of the 2008 through 2011 Great Recession, further justifying his inaction in regards to helping the city of Jamestown recover economically by bringing jobs and businesses back into the city. This is also from the City of Jamestown 2018 budget, in which the mayor brags that he has received from federal, state, and foundations a total of $230 million during his tenure as mayor. Now, since this document has been produced, that figure is upwards of $250 million, $250 million that has been received by a city of 30,000 who is run by a corrupt mayor who refuses to put money where it's needed into jobs and to business creation, and has instead put these millions of dollars into walkways, signs, museums, and electronic signs. So we have a mayor, by his own words, has practically mimeographed the same words in 4 consecutive budgets. A mayor who refuses to help the city of Jamestown prosper economically by bringing in businesses and creating jobs, who has taxed the city of Jamestown at the highest tax rates legally allowable in New York State, driving businesses out, driving hardworking taxpayers out, and this is all deliberate so he can access monies, as I've stated. We have a mayor, corrupt Samuel Teresi, mayor, who has deliberately kept our city poor as the mayor and has, over a period of years, continued to keep the city poor so he can continue to access taxpayers' money. So next year he will cry poverty again so he can continue to access taxpayers' money next year to the tune of these hundreds of millions of dollars that he has already accessed. Now, we have a corrupt relationship between Governor Andrew Cuomo and Mayor Samuel Teresi, and one example of that is we have a Lucy Desi Comedy Center, which has been funded and is not yet completed, so it has not affected jobs in the city of Jamestown on the positive side. And we had Governor Andrew Cuomo coming in last year and in a speech handing the city of Jamestown $500,000 towards the Comedy Center. The Comedy Center is not going to solve the problems in the city of Jamestown. Walking pathways, signs, museums are not going to solve the joblessness problems in the city of Jamestown. The mayor knows it. He deliberately asks for money and misappropriates it. Governor Andrew Cuomo misappropriates that money, places it in the wrong places in the city of Jamestown to keep us poor, so he can, our mayor, Samuel Teresi, can continue to access hardworking taxpayers' money and misappropriate that money for pet projects that just affect a few people in the city of Jamestown. I stated in previous videos that I would produce verification of what is going on in a corrupt city of Jamestown, what is going on with a corrupt mayor and a corrupt governor in New York State, and I will continue to produce verification of these facts. Thank you.